He scores! That's hit deep into left, and that's out of here. Safe.
Alicia Goodwin, Swansea, Illinois.
Alexis Gorey, Detroit, Michigan. Portia Porter, Atlanta, Georgia.
Elina Goodman, Ventspils, Latvija.
Dats Vicēn, Rīga, Latvija.
Alexis Scarlett, St. Louis, Missouri. Annette Linson, Riga, Latvija.
Ashley Brown, Chicago, Illinois.
Joyce Holloway, Lansing, Illinois.
Shaquanda Wiggins, Chicago, Illinois.
Alicia Dunn, Kansas City, Missouri.
Trinity Valley will be wearing the solid red uniforms with the white stripe. Here center circle will be Gloria Brown to jump. It'll be the white uniforms with the narrow red stripes for Jefferson College and the Vikings here in this contest. So here we go, matching up center circle. Going up against Brown will be number 30. That is Shaquanda Wiggins at 6'2". Crowd filling in a little bit here at the Bicentennial Center as we head into the main matchup here of the evening. Headliner tonight, 1 versus 8. Official steps in, tip is up, and tipped several times in the backcourt, finally brought down by Trinity Valley, and Michelle White will have it over to the left side. Basketball goes to Dukes. Inside feed, nice move to Brown, turns, shoots, and scores.
And they go right to their big girl in the post. I think that's going to be the difference in the game tonight, is who's going to win that battle in the paint. Brown versus Wiggins.
Porter now will get the ball inside. Good feed there to Dunn. She turns, shoots, misses off the back iron, and back the other way very quickly is going to be Tawana Lee. Here on the wing, three-pointer is away, and right on the money, Brittany Dukes drains that one. Quick start here for Trinity Valley as they're up 5-0, 30 seconds into this contest.
That's absolutely how you want to get out of the gates. Get one in the paint early and then knock down a three.
Goodwin, 15-footer from the right side, up and good. Nice range there, maybe a little off balance, but you threw that one off, but does silence the Trinity Valley fans here, making it 5-2. Another three popped up by Trinity Valley. This one long range from McMillan. It rims off no good, and we'll have a rebound here to Goodwin, bringing it down the right sideline. Goodwin will pop it up top to Porter. Porter now drives, left edge of the lane. Little duck underneath, goes up to the basket. Shot misses off the back iron, no good. She's right there for the rebound, and Portia Porter has the putback. Not bad at 5'6", kind of ducked in there and scrapped for a board. Gets the putback, and all of a sudden it's 5-4, Trinity by 1. Here driving on the right side with a pass that goes to White. White will flip it up top here to McMillan. Fires up a three-point shot. Boy, she's not shy about shooting that, and that will draw a quick timeout and some ire here from the Jefferson College coach, Coach Emmerich. 30-second timeout. And we'll have the inbounds play coming here. A quick drive and a whistle attacking on the baseline, and this will be a foul, and it will be charged against Jefferson, on Trinity Valley. Foul will go against White. That'll be her first and the team's first as well.
Yeah, Porter just went one-on-one down the lane, got all the way to the rim, and ended up getting fouled as we came back there, and she's going to the line to shoot too.
75.2% free throw shooter on the season. First shot hits the front of the rim and rolls off. So didn't miss that by much, but comes up a little bit short with the miss there. 4-point lead for Trinity Valley, 8-4, 18-24 to play here in the first quarter. First half rather just underway. Second free throw is right on the mark, and it's 8-5. Jefferson, Missouri pulls to within 3 points. Across half court now, Wilby Lee takes us all the way to the baseline. Hook shot off the side of the backboard is no good. Long rebound is run down by Dunn, and she'll get it back to Porter. Push the ball to the floor here. Near side to Goodwin. Goodwin wants to feed it inside to Wiggins. Wiggins will turn, has her pass deflected, now goes back up middle of the lane. One-handed shot up, bounces around and drops in. Shaquanda Wiggins, her first bucket, and it's 8-7. The ball game tightening right back up. Left side will be Brittany Dukes. Gets around one defender, but now we'll kick it back out. Three-pointer is up, and that one is good. McMillan, an unorthodox rhythm on the shot there. Not form you see every day, but it's good. She's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, and Trinity leads 11-7. Goodwin has it up top now. Goes left now, back to the right. Little contact there in the front court, no whistle. Dunn will pass into the near corner. Three-pointer away from Brown. That one is off the mark. Nice offensive board, though, pulled down by Jefferson. Wiggins can't finish it off. Rebound rolls all the way to the far sideline, where it's finally picked up by Lee. Lee up inside the key. Now shot blocked. I believe Wiggins got a piece of that, and it's back the other way here now for Jefferson College. Near side will be Brown. Pops it up in the front court here to Porter. In the paint, but the rotation back out right side over to Goodwin. Takes one dribble to her left, fires up a three-point shot. It's not there. Another rebound for Dunn. Out to Portia for 3. She's leveled after the shot, but Porter still nails the 3. She's got 6 tonight. 11-10, Trinity by 1.
And that was real close to being a 4-point play right there. She hit the 3 and really got trucked after she shot it. I was surprised that we didn't get a whistle on that.
Lee will pass into the corner here. Gets it over on the inside, driving White. White, double team, brings it back out on the baseline. Now will hand it off into the corner here to Lee. Lee will try and attack the basket again here from the left side. A whistle, a body on the floor here. This will be a blocking foul called against Jefferson. And it'll be the first team foul called here on the Vikings. And 2 free throws will be coming here for Tawana Lee.
What Trinity Valley kind of missed McMillan there on the backside. They were doubling down on Brown in the low post, and she was sitting at the top of the key on the backside. They just didn't see her. That's something that's going to make it tough for Jefferson to double the post, is when she can sit out there and shoot as well as she has.
Foul goes on Brown. It's her first. First free throw is a miss from Lee. And we're happy to have our audience with us, listening and watching online. Our radio station down in KYYK, that's in Athens, Texas, joining us as well. Happy to have them on board. And also KSAL Radio right here in Salina joining us for this broadcast as well. So welcome everybody as the second free throw from Lee will roll off. Trinity still by 1, 16.5 to play here in the first half. Vikings have the rebound. Feed will go inside to Dunn. Pass, though, a little bit high. She's unable to reel that one in. And that will be a turnover here on Jefferson College.
Yeah, just a little high-low look, and she just put a little bit too much steam on the pass. You know, it was there. She just threw it a little bit hard off the fingertips and ended up going out of bounds.
First turnover of the game, as we've seen some fairly clean play as far as efficiency and ball handling so far in this contest. Shooting percentage is good as well. Jefferson with 44, Trinity Valley at 57. A little bit of a refreshing pace from some of the games here earlier today. Left side is Thomas. She's in the game for the first time now. Brings the ball up top to White. White drives right side. A little hesitation now, goes up off the glass. Nice basket, up and good. And White now has her first bucket, 13-10, Trinity Valley with the lead. Goodwin now will move over to the right side of the floor. A little bump here in the front court. And a little bit of a stunned look there on the face of Thomas, but she'll pick up her first and the team's second. Just a little body check there.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. You see a lot of that in the tournament, and they never get called. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're out there by yourself. Everybody can see it, and those get called when there really wasn't. It didn't make any difference in the play.
Here over on the right side of the floor will be Porter. Porter looking for a little penetration, can't find it. Passes it across the key here to Goodwin. Goodwin will bring it up top to Dunn. Dunn a long 2. Won't go. Another offensive board in there for Jefferson. Putback is good by Ashley Brown, and boy, rebounding, big advantage for Jefferson here early on.
Yeah, you got to keep them off the boards. I think they've done a pretty good job defensively, Trinity has, but they got to make sure that when that shot goes up, they board it and don't give them 2 or 3 shots per possession. If they do, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Inside feed there will go to Brown. Brown misses it off the glass, almost got the offensive board, but it'll wind up in the hands here of Porter. Wants to feed it down the floor to Brown. A whistle and a travel, so Jefferson turns it over for the second time here in this contest, and a missed opportunity there. Back the other way with Trinity leading 13-12, 15-12 to play here in the first half. And Michelle Thomas will walk things up here for Trinity Valley, met by Porter at half court. Right wing swings to Dukes. Dukes holds it above her head, now brings it back out to Thomas. Thomas sets up right at the top of the key. Near side 3 up, that one's too strong from McMillan. Rebound will be pulled in here by Dukes, straight into the lane. Got up a good shot, but couldn't land it. Rebound to Jefferson. to Porter all the way, lays that one in for two. And Porter having a nice game, 8 points for her already. Matter of fact, 8 of Jefferson's points, and Jefferson now has the lead for the first time, 14-13. Will not last very long, though, as Dukes from the far side of the floor fires up a quick three-point shot.
I have a feeling this game's going to be a lot of fun. It's going back and forth right now. They're getting up and down the floor, scrapping after loose balls. We're in for a barn burner.
Gotta love the tempo here. One of those fun games to watch. I agree completely. Good one here on the near side. Gets the basketball to Brown. Brown will feed in the left post. A little spin and a hook shot will roll off from Dunn. Rebound batted around out to White. White now up to run here. Defense, a good job of getting back for Jefferson. Things will slow down. McMillan back to Thomas. And Thomas will center it up in between the rings here. A little hesitation now, will attack right side on the wing. Open shooter fires away. Shot is no good. The miss credit to Dukes. Rebound almost tipped out of there by Trinity Valley, but Jefferson will have it. Near side will be Porter. Porter jumps out to the near corner. Feeds it inside here. Dunn goes strong under McMillan. Gets it in off the glass, and one coming.
That was a great little drop step move to the baseline. Just used her quickness. Basically went by her before she even really realized what happened. Took it right up on the same side for the shot and got the foul. Going to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Now Wiggins with her 4th point. And that'll be the 3rd team foul now called against Trinity Valley. Now let's see. This is done with that bucket. She's a 59.7% free throw shooter on the season. Leaves that one a little bit strong. Rebound will be pulled down by Brown here. So 16-16 tie, 13:35 to play first half. Pass will come here on the near side to Tawana Lee. Lee now will bounce it inside to Dunn. Dunn trying to back into the lane and took an extra step in there. Will be called for the travel. First turnover here on Trinity Valley in the contest.
Well, I thought Lee waited just about 1 or 2 seconds too long to give her the ball. She had her numbers shown, had a little bit better position early. She waited a little bit. The defense was able to slide around. That made it pretty tough. Ended up resulting in a travel.
Goodwin works to the rear, far side of the floor here. Comes back to Clinsonet. Clinsonet, right side, will dump it off to Wiggins. Can't get the 12-footer to fall. And we're back the other way here. Near side will be Lee. Pops it up here to Dukes. Dukes now will have it. A little handoff there to Lee, and Lee will back up towards half court here. A handoff again to Thomas. Thomas will hold the basketball here. The shot clock already down to 13. Lee on the left front court side. The screen right in front of her, pulls up for an open shot. It won't fall. Rebound tipped around twice. Finally brought down and out of there by Dukes, but Dukes will end up having the basketball stripped away, and that'll officially go down as a turnover as Goodwin brings it up here for Jefferson College. Here's the dump inside. Wiggins moves to her right. A strong move, but can't get the short little jumper to fall, and Dukes comes away with another rebound. Rebound advantage 11-7 here for Jefferson at this point. They were +7 a few minutes ago. Left side driving, Lee now takes a step back. Left elbow jumper will not go in. Rebound is pulled down here by Wiggins. Wiggins now gets it up front here to Goodwin. Goodwin on the near side. Clinsonet goes inside to Dunn, turns, shoots, and scores from the left post. Dunn now with 4 points.
Yeah, Dunn did a nice job setting that move up. She took just a little bit of a step to the middle, just pivoted back, turned baseline. Nice little fadeaway jump shot. That's really, really tough to stop if she can hit that all night long.
Jefferson leads 18-16, their biggest lead of the contest. Biggest lead for both teams was 5, and that was a 5-0 start by Trinity Valley. Fade away from the left post, off the mark by Brown. Couldn't quite find the range. Now Clinsonet the other way. Pops the ball back up top here to Goodwin. Goodwin, near side once again, and a pass inside, back out. The three-pointer off the mark from Bitsone. And we're down the floor with Trinity. Passes out front, not quite enough lead on it. It was intended for Dunn, but it'll be stolen away. And right back the other way here is Jefferson. Pulling up for a long two-pointer is Goodwin, about a step in front of the three-point line. Doesn't have the range on that one, and another rebound pulled in here for Trinity Valley. 30-second timeout now will be taken by the Cardinals. We'll take it as well. 11-16 to play first half. 2-point lead for Jefferson. This is the NJCAA Women's National Championship. And we're back here at the Bicentennial Center in Salina, Kansas. I'm Kenny Titus. Working with me tonight is Jason Hooper. It's Jefferson College out of Hillsboro, Missouri, and Trinity Valley out of Athens, Texas. 18-16 Jefferson leads. We're approaching the 11-minute mark here in the first half. Coming out of the timeout called by Elna Lovato. Trinity will have it, setting up their offense here. 3 from the wing, McMillan. Off the back iron, too strong. Rebound was in Lee's hands for a moment. The ball is knocked out of there. Looked like it was initially a tip maybe by Bitsone, but went off the knee of Lee and will go back to the Vikings.
Well, Lee came down with the rebound, but I don't think she realized there was a defender right behind her, and she just kind of got a little lazy with the ball, and the girl knocked it off her knee out of bounds.
Now right side, Quinsone brings it back up top here to Porter. A couple of Latvians here on the team for Jefferson College. Here's a long three from up top, off the mark there from Brown. With the rebound and pushing the tempo is Lee. She likes to get out and run for this team. And she'll slow up as the defense has done a good job getting back to Thomas. Thomas now will take it right down the lane, missed the shot. The tip will not go from Gloria Brown, and it'll be Jefferson College clearing the rebound.
Brown needs to get going offensively. You can see a little bit of frustration on her face right now. She's gotten a couple touches inside, just hasn't been able to get the ball to go so far. They get her going, they'll be in better shape.
Right side is Goodwin. Goodwin for two. Stepped behind the three-point line after she shot. She misses it anyway. Down there, a tough board and a tough shot. Portia Porter puts that one in the trees. And boy, she is just a fighter down there in the paint.
She is. She's just really, really scrappy. Very, very athletic. Not real tall, but I mean, she's got some leaps in her, and she can get up with the big girls if she needs to on the inside.
2016, Jefferson leads by 4. And a quick whistle, a push here down on the other end, or rather a hold. And this one will be charged against Ashley Brown. It'll be the second team foul, first on her. So it'll be an inbounds play here for Trinity. They'll set up in a box around the lane. Tossing in will be Lee here right side of the basket. Brings it into the corner here to Brown. Brown will get the basketball up to Dukes. Into the corner to Lee. Drives, and she will be hacked. Oh, she drains the shot. Wow. And Porter walks off the floor there. She can't believe that. It was a pretty hard foul from the side, and somehow the follow-through there to get that to fall for Brown. That's a nice, or excuse me, for Lee. That is a nice shot.
Yeah, I think Porter's just frustrated that she even got the shot off, because I think she knew she was going to foul her. In most of the cases, if you know you're going to foul, you make sure they don't get a chance to score as well. And that sucker went in, and I'm just like her. I'm not sure exactly how she even got it up there.
Free throw is up and good from Lee. So she's 1 of 3 at the line here tonight. 3-point play pulls Trinity back to within 1 point at 20-19, under 10 minutes to play first half. Here's Goodwin now on the inbounds. Down the floor here, but waiting for all the rest of her teammates to catch up. Here's Porter feeding it inside. Driving is Wiggins. Leans back, can't get the shot to fall. Rebound is loose. Porter ends up with the ball rolling around. Little hook is an air ball, but the pass/shot is caught underneath and put in by Ashley Brown. She's got 4 points. And Jefferson back on top by 3, 22-19.
And Trinity's going to have to battle a little harder on the defensive boards, because you can't give them 3 shots per possession. That was just basically shoot it till you make it situation there. They can't let that happen all night long.
Left elbow jumper is left short by Brown for the rebound. The follow and the miss is White. Now we've got a basketball rolling out of bounds, and they'll say it was Porter who got a handle on that one. So Trinity Valley will get another chance to go at this one here. Now, it's been a pretty physical game, but just 3 team fouls on each team. A pretty consistent flow here. Inbounds will come in their corner here, but that one was tipped. Will not make it into play, out of bounds. So we'll shift the inbounds play here down along the baseline to the near side of the floor. Lee will throw in between the sideline and her basket. Holding it here. Needs to get it in. Lobs into the front court and finds Brittany Dukes. Dukes takes one dribble right side, bounces at baseline. Jumper is up and missed by Dunn. Here's a pass down the floor to Porter. Porter on number 2-1 decides to duck under the defender's arm and go for the basket. And we've got a little push. See if she was in the act of shooting. Foul will go against Lee. And they'll say she was shooting. So Lee will pick up her first and the team's 4th.
Well, you get Porter out in the open court, and she's awfully tough to stop. She's got that little semi-crossover and just comes right back at you, and she's by you before you even know what happened.
First rebound, rattles around and rolls in. And we'll have one more attempt coming. Porter's a good free throw shooter, 75.2% on the season here. Porter will have one more attempt coming, this one up and good. So 3 makes here on the evening. And it's now a 5-point lead for Jefferson, their biggest, matching the biggest for either team in this game at 24-19 with 8.5 to play here in the first half. Here's an in play, a pass into the right post to Dunn. Turns, shoots, misses. Long rebound is pulled out of there by White. And the ball will come back up top here for Lee. Lee now trying to shake off Porter. Moves to the right side. Into the wing. Ball goes to Dukes. Drives baseline. She will be rejected by Brown. Ball is loose. Brown will pick it up here on the near sideline to Dunn and now to Porter. Porter's across half court. All the way top of the key on the wing. This will be Luzero. Luzero up top to Dunn. Dunn almost had it stripped. Will go inside to Wiggins. Turns, shoots. Can't get the touch as the shot will roll off. Now knocked out of bounds. And this one looks like it will stay here on this end of the floor. And the Vikings will get another shot at this one.
Well, you see Wiggins and Brown, both the big girls for both teams, are struggling from the floor right now and a little bit of frustration. This game could change complexion a little bit if either one of those two can get going.
Wiggins now catches the middle of the lane, takes a step to her left, fires up the jumper, gets that to fall for her 4th point, and it's a 26-19 game now, a 7-point lead here for this Jefferson team. Biggest of the game, near side is White. Up top to McMillan for 3. She left that one a little bit short. Dunn in there to tip the rebound. Good job. It's out to Lee. Lee will step up at the top of the key. Back here to White. White gets it right back to Lee. Steps up. She'll try her luck from 3-point range. Spins around. Almost got it to drop, but not quite. Brown will have the rebound here for Jefferson College. Right side will be Porter. Porter wants to go inside, finds Wiggins. Wiggins now takes a step back out to the free throw line. Tough pass here on the wing to the hands of Brown. Tries the three-pointer from the left wing, misses it off of the backboard, and it's back to Trinity Valley. Lee at the top of the key. Kicks it back out to McMillan. Quick release 3. That one a line driver too long, and Porter able to land down with the rebound. Under 7 to play here first half. Here is Portia Porter, right side. Wants to bounce it to the inside. Dunn turns, shoots off the back rim. No good. Rebound being tipped around again here. Jefferson has it. Brown almost to lose it. Finally clears it out of there and is able to hand it off to Joyce Holloway. Now inside to Dunn. Catches it and a whistle and a foul here. This one will be on the floor before the turnaround shot was attempted. And it'll go on Alicia Dunn. Her first and the team's 5th.
Well, it's pretty clear what Jefferson's trying to do offensively. They're just pounding the ball inside at the block and going one-on-one with post on post, and right now they're winning that battle. Trinity's kind of out of flow on the offensive end. They really haven't had a good offensive possession for a while. It's just somebody, going one-on-one with somebody at some point. They need to get some flow, set some screens, and help each other out a little bit on the offensive end.
Lobbin Dunn left post fadeaway will not go. Gloria Brown will come down with the rebound here. Lee will bring it up, and she'll slow things down a touch here. Decides to go ahead and walk the basketball up the floor. Fakes the pass left, will come right to White. White wants to go inside, feed to Brown as she begins to turn. But a whistle and a turnover here on Trinity Valley. We're going the other way with this one.
She just got her feet a little bit too fast. Her feet were moving faster than the rest of her body and ended up trying to make a little move and walked with it before she could get the pass out on the backside.
Only 4 turnovers for Trinity, just 2 for Jefferson College. The big stat shooting for Trinity Valley has fallen to 25% from the field. Here's Porter driving, has her shot blocked. We'll give Brown credit for that. Sends it out of bounds into the Trinity Valley cheerleaders. And we'll have an inbounds play here for Jefferson College with 16 seconds on the shot clock. There's a lob up top. This will be Wiggins. Takes one step inside the arc, back out to Porter. Porter, a little jittery there, finally dribbles. 10 on the shot clock. Near side to Clinsone. Clinsone picks up her dribble. Back out here for a long 3-point shot. It's short, good bounce, but it won't fall for Holloway. And the rebound goes to Trinity Valley. Near side here is Sherlock. Now back here to White. White now to Lee. Lee will look back at Coach Lovato. Has the set now, dribbles over to the right side of the floor. Takes one step back to the left, thought about that 3, instead hands it out to McMillan. 3 from the right side is right on the money. Boy, it helps when she's hitting as she gets that third 3.
They're coming up and setting a high ball screen, and then she's just slipping the screen and fading off to the wing and instead of rolling, and they're forcing the post player to come up and help defensively, which just leaves her wide open on the fade, and she just knocked it down.
Right side driving will be Holloway. Holloway flips it up top to Dunn, now to Clinsone. Clinsone left side, looking to get a feed, will get it down into the post. This is going to be Wiggins, shoots it over the basket, but right there to catch that and put it back in was Dunn. Nice way to pick up her 6th point. 28-22, Jefferson with the lead over Trinity. Under 5 to play here in the first half. Here's Lee now over to the left side of the floor. Zips it over to McMillan. McMillan pushes it out to White. White across the free throw line, goes strong, shot partially blocked there by Holloway, and it'll be Jefferson coming up with the basketball. Here's Holloway down the floor. Now in a little trouble. I'm not sure whether she wanted to try and shoot because she saw contact coming or what, but that'll end up being a turnover. Trinity Valley will benefit from it here. Lee, right corner pass, pulled in. Three-pointer is up. Dunn can't find the range on that one. It spins all the way around the rim. It pops out of there. Clinsonet coming out. 30-second timeout taken by Jefferson. Check that. It'll be a full timeout taken by Jefferson. So a 60-second break. Jefferson leads Trinity 28-22, 4:13 to play first half. This is the NJCAA Women's National Tournament. 28-22, Jefferson leading Trinity Valley Community College. 4:13 to play first half. I'm Kenny Titus. Jason Hooper alongside me this evening. Glad to have everybody online on PSB Live or listening to our live audio stream on KSALlink.com. Also, KSAL Radio here in Salina, 11:50 a.m. Glad to have you with us and all of our friends down in Athens, Texas as well on KYYK. And, of course, anybody there in and around Hillsborough, Missouri. I'm very happy to have you with us here as well on all of our broadcast avenues. So happy to bring you that in so many formats. 28-22, Jefferson with the lead over Trinity Valley. 4:13 to play here in the first half of action. We're coming out of a timeout from Jefferson College. Vikings will have the basketball here. We started out with a white-hot shooting in this contest. Now we've fallen to 25% for Trinity Valley, 35% for Jefferson College. Top of the key is Porter now working to the near side of the floor. Passes it back out to the right side, pushing her way down the baseline. It's Holloway. Holloway now will come back out, and a whistle, kicked basketball down there, and we'll roll this one over to the sideline for the inbounds play.
Now the difference in the game right now is Jefferson's just playing better team basketball. They're helping each other out on the offensive end. They know what they're looking for, setting good screens. They turn one over there, but Trinity's been in a little bit of disarray on the offensive end so far this game.
Nice drive by Brittany Duke. She had the interception, pushed it down the floor, able to finish that one off. Key points off turnovers. Quick inside feed to Wiggins. Wiggins makes the extra pass across the lane, drops the shot in, and Dunn will also be fouled. So she's got 8 points, goes up for the three-point play here, and the foul will go on Lee, and that'll be her second and the team's sixth.
Boy, Wiggins is smooth. I mean, she has a nice just drop step move to the middle. That time the backside post player defender stepped across and doubled, and she saw it coming and made a nice dump pass to her partner, who went up and finished, and now she's at the line for the three-point play.
Nice assist, no doubt about that. Here's Wiggins, 59.7% free throw shooter, 0 for 1 tonight. Gets on track with that make. So at 9 points, nearing double figures, and Jefferson back on top by 7, 31-24, matching their biggest lead of the game. 3:35 to play here in the first half. Across half court, this is going to be Thomas. Tries near side, can't get back to the center, so we'll go back to the baseline, and the holding foul called here. And this one will go against Brown. And this will be the fourth team foul called on Jefferson. It'll be the second personal here on Brown.
See a little switch up of defense here by Jefferson. They went to a little 1-2-2, just a little trapping defense there. Looks like they're going to stay in it here maybe a little bit and try to cause a little change pace here.
Dukes wants to go underneath the Brown. Reverse layup up and good. Boy, you can see her length at full advantage on that play.
Yeah, that was impressive. She was clear over on the right block, and by the time she got done, she was all the way underneath the basket, scooping it up with her left hand on the left side. That was a big-time move right there.
In the middle of the feed goes to Dunn. She's going to be double-teamed. Out to Clinsonet, fires up the three-point shot. And that one is off the mark, but right there for the rebound, Shakonda Wiggins, her 6th point. 33-26.
Yeah, Brown just didn't check out the backside, and Wiggins just beat her to the ball and ended up getting off the other side of the right underneath and scoring on the right side of the basket. Brown's just got to make sure she's a little bit more physical on her check out there, and she'll be fine.
Thomas, left side, gets the ball to Green. Now a three-point shot in the corner by Dukes is no good. Rebound for Brown in the lanes. Couldn't quite get the soft touch going there. Off the back iron, no good. Porter with the feed, steps up for a three-pointer left side, and right on the money. Porter now with 15 in this game, and it's a 10-point lead here for Jefferson. 36-26 to score here as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the first half of play. Thomas now tries a bounce pass all the way across the lane. Bad decision as that one is picked off. Clemsone will bring it up. Right wing to Porter, inside to Dunn, turns, shoots, misses it high off the glass, and right there is Kalina Green for the rebound. Carlita gets it up to the three-point line here. Now will slow up and hooks up with Thomas. Thomas on the left side to Dukes. Dukes drives and called for the offensive foul. Barrels in the good one.
Yeah, that was more probably a good acting job by Goodwin than it was an offensive foul, I think, but she did a great job selling it. She did have the position. She extended the arm out there and got the call.
So 1:45 now, the clock ticking down here in the first half of play. And well, if you're Trinity Valley here, the scoring's become pretty tough, but got to get some defensive stops here. All of a sudden, you could be down 15 points if you're not careful.
Yeah, you do need some defensive stops, and they're getting beat on the offensive rebounding as well and getting some putbacks. Jefferson's just doing a good job pounding it inside. Here they get a wide open three after they've just pounded it inside. They start packing it in and get an open three. Knocked it down.
39-26, just what we were talking about there. Right side on the drive. This is going to be White. Inside the lane, a little bump there. Fires at the shot, it won't go. Whistle will go on Brown, though. That'll be her third, team's fifth. And it will put Michelle White at the line here. 2 free throws coming her way.
Watching the game, it's very obvious to see what Jefferson's game plan is offensively. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what Trinity's wanting to do on the offensive end. I am sure that they're trying to pull McMillan out and try to pull one of their bigs away from the basket because she's such a good shooter. But other than that, it's just a lot of one-on-one individual basketball. They need to settle in and play as a team a little bit more if they want to have a chance in this basketball game.
Now Brown checking back in. McMillan down there in the low block as well. It's White at the free throw line for Trinity Valley. 39-27. Second free throw from White, up and perfect. She's a good free throw shooter, 73%. 120 and counting here. Goodwin has it up top. Tries the screen left, will go right. Ball will end up out to Holloway. Holloway into the paint. Edge of the lane jumper is no good. It'll be Gloria Brown who's able to step in there and pull down that rebound. The floor here now will be Lee. Lee out near side to McMillan, up top to Brown. Brown will step into a three-point shot. That one might have just grazed the front of the rim, but nonetheless will be out of bounds, and possession here goes to Jefferson College. 57.8 seconds to play here in the first half.
Again, just a possession where I'm not quite sure that's probably the shot they wanted to take in that situation. They hadn't run much time off the shot clock, and you get your post player shooting the top of the key three. Probably could have got a little bit better one in that possession.
Goodwin tries to feed Holloway on the inside, but pass is tipped and stolen away. Tough pass across the lane there. Trinity Valley has it back. 35 seconds to play here first half, about an 11-second difference between the game and the shot. Now a nice feed to Brown. She kind of slipped behind the defense and takes it straight to the basket. Had a good angle there, lays it in for 2 points, 39-30.
Great find by McMillan. She was at the top of the key. She'd been shooting those all night, so a couple people ran at her, left Brown wide open on the left block, and she found her for 2.
All right, shot clock off, 12 seconds. Here's Goodwin. Veers to the right. Still working right side, pulls up jumper, edge of the lane with 5 seconds, a whistle and a foul. Goodwin ends up on her back way over there on the far side of the floor. She'll get a pair of free throws out of this one as Dukes will pick up her second, and that'll be the 8th team foul now called on Trinity. It puts Goodwin at the line for the first time tonight. Goodwin, a 71.2% free throw shooter. Has 2 points here this evening. Averages 13 a game. First free throw is up, and not enough on that one. Hits the front of the rim and bounces off. Chance to make this a double-digit lead heading into the locker room. Trinity Valley potentially will have enough time to get off one more shot attempt, though. Shot here is good, so it's 30-40. Here's full court pressure now. A little bit of trouble in the backcourt. This is going to make it tough to get it up. Ball is batted away from Lee, and she was the last to touch it. So one more turnover in the books here for Trinity Valley before we head in the locker room with exactly 1 second left on the clock.
Nice job by Jefferson to switch up and go a little full court trap there just to make sure they didn't have a run out for a layup at the other end. End up getting a turnover and a chance to score here right before halftime themselves.
Clinsoni will toss in. She's right in front of the Trinity Valley bench. Here's the ball from the official here as they make sure there's plenty of space here for Clinsoni. Holding it above her head. Gets it in. Pass will be deflected. That'll be a turnover officially here, but we have reached halftime as Trinity Valley has a little bit of work to do. Jefferson, the number 1 seed in this tournament, has things under control at the moment here. Your halftime score, Jefferson 40 and Trinity Valley 30 here as we get ready to visit with the one of our head coaches here. All right, let's send it over the sideline here. Kevin Emmerich joining Ryan, head coach of Jefferson College.
Coach, very good start for your squad in that first half. Talk about it, and what were some things that you liked out of your team in that first half?
Well, I really liked our effort on the boards. I mean, we didn't get a lot of offensive rebounds, but we were always active on the boards. We got enough putbacks to change the game a little bit. Switch defenses just a little bit, and I think that gave them some problems. So we're going to keep doing that in the second half and see how it works.
You mentioned the defense. Is there any other adjustments you're looking to make in the second half to keep on top of this lead?
Well, I mean, they're a really good basketball team. We just want to make sure we keep running our stuff, setting good screens and attacking the basket.
Coach, good luck in the second half.
Thanks a lot.
Guys, back to you up in the broadcast booth.
Texas for everybody in Missouri, and of course here on our host station in Salina on Sports Radio 1150 KSAL. Happy to have you along with us here tonight as well. We're ready to go. Second half, Jefferson leads Trinity 40-30. Top of the key here, and opening things up for Jefferson will be Porter. Ball will work its way outside to Dunn. Dunn wants to dump it back on the inside. This will be Wiggins. Turns, shoots. Little bump there in the lane. Misses the shot, but we'll get a chance to make up for it at the free throw line here. And the foul will go against McMillan. It'll be her second. Team's first here in the half.
Well, it doesn't appear there's going to be any change in identity for the offense of Jefferson. They went right into the big girl right off the bat. First possession, she turned around, tried to shoot the little fadeaway jump shot, and ended up getting herself to the free throw line. So, it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments Trinity made at halftime to get their offense going as well.
Now 1 of 2 free throws will drop in, so Jefferson now opens up an 11-point lead, 41-30. Coming near side will be Lee. Takes this all the way. Little floater up. Nice touch. Able to get that off before the defense could cover her up. 41-32.
Now Lee came off that screen a whole lot harder that time, forced the post player to guard her, and actually got by her, turned the corner, and got all the way to the rim for a layup.
Ball is up top here to Dunn. Dunn will come near side to Goodwin, and Goodwin flips it up top to Wiggins and out to Dunn. Dunn now up top to Holloway. Oh, that's a double. To travel the actual call there. She jumped up, had a hand in her face, didn't want to release it because it would have been slammed right back at her on the block, and Holloway will come down with it, and that'll go down as a travel.
Yeah, she almost got the ball back on the floor. She tried to bounce it before she came down, but not quite fast enough, and ended up with the walk.
Here's Lee trying to penetrate the defense right side, kicks it back out onto the wing. Working the basketball there will be Dukes. Can't find any room to move baseline. Now we'll bring it back out. Leans, gets it over to Brown. Little pump fake, draws the defense in the air, goes to the basket. And a blocking foul there. Two large bodies slamming into each other in there for our radio audience. This may be the two teams with some of the biggest post bodies that we see here in this tournament. I think I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more of a physical game in there, to tell you the truth, with as much size as there is to push around.
Well, I think Trinity's kind of gone away from that in the first half. They tried to pull all their post players out and shoot the three ball from the outside. They're trying to get Brown going here, obviously going right to her on the first possession. She made a nice little pump fake, gets herself to the free throw line. She misses the first one. She's got to hit one of these, get herself going here.
Brown with just 6 points, 0 for 1 at the line. Now that foul, by the way, goes on Goodwin. It's her second, so the smallest player in the collision ends up picking up the foul. Second free throw rattles around and will drop in for Gloria Brown, sophomore from Philadelphia, PA. 41-33. 18:53 to play here in the second half. We're back to single digits at 8 points. It was a 10-point halftime lead. Vikings work the ball up here. Porter, she's dangerous. Cardinals have got to keep an eye on her. Here, top of the key is Porter, left side. Holloway for three, drains it. Joyce Holloway has 6 points here tonight. 44-33, lead pushed right back out to 11.
And Trinity went with a little three-quarter court trap there and just didn't get matched back up defensively once they got the press broke, and just left a wide open three-point shooter, and she knocked it down.
Lee being harassed by Porter here towards half court, had a look on her face as if she was hoping for some help that didn't arrive. Ball will go right side to White. White now wants to dump it inside. Nice hook there by Brown. The shot won't fall, but Brown's going to get whistled for the foul there. Went in after the basketball, but kind of lumbered into the player that's down there. I didn't catch who that was for Jefferson College. It's Porter down there, right in the thick of things. Takes one for the team, but does get the first foul of the game on Brown.
She's always right in the middle of it. I like what Trinity's doing offensively, though. They're getting it into Brown with their back to basket. They know they have to get her going to get in this game. She just hasn't been able to get one to go, but as soon as she does, you might be able to feel a little bit momentum shift and then get get a little bit of a run at Jefferson here.
Holloway drives it all the way down the basket. Shot missed, tipped back out. Fadeaway jumper is up and good by Wiggins. And I don't know how that looks in the coach's eyes, but an easy drive and then a chance for a putback. That's got to drive a coach here on the sidelines crazy. Now a drive and a block shot by White. It'll end up in Brown's hands, though. Tries to turn and score and will not be able to, but she will be fouled. Holloway will pick up her first, and that'll be the second here on Jefferson College in this half.
Well, you can just see the frustration on Brown's face. You know, you just like to see her get one to go, maybe get fouled on the play, get to the free throw line, knock down the old-fashioned three-pointer. But unfortunately, so far, she hasn't been able to get that thing to go in.
And another shot will rim off. Brown, not a bad free throw shooter, is 68% coming in. 1 of 3 here on this contest, so see if she can get things lined back up on track here. Late contest here tonight, Casper, Wyoming and Central Arizona. The 12 seed and the 4 seed going at it. Casper was able to defeat Copia Lincoln. Central Arizona beat Lincoln Trail. Second free throw good for Brown, so she's 2 of 4 here on the night. 46-34, Jefferson by 12. Here on the near side will be Goodwin. Gets it to Cleanasay. Cleanasay, free throw line to Dunn. Looks in, goes back out to Goodwin. Tries to drive right, steps back out beyond the three-point arc. Tough pass, bounce in, deflected around, and it will be Dunn, who finally ends up with that basketball. Falls down, and now a diving foul here by Porter. So you get the turnover on Jefferson.
Porter hit her head pretty good on the floor there. She's still down, holding her head.
She will have her second foul, third team, and we'll see if we need a trainer or not. Made a good dive for the basketball, but a little bit angled towards the floor there. Wiped out a player for Trinity Valley as well. Now she'll get some help from her players, and we'll be able to walk out the floor. I think just going to have a knot there, the worst that's going to come of that.
Looks like she might have already a little bit of a black eye over there from earlier. I thought I noticed that. Now she banged her head on the floor. She's going to be all beat up in this tournament, but certainly hasn't slowed her down so far.
That's good battle scars and some stories to tell. 17:24 to play in this game. It's Jefferson by 12, 46-34. Lee passes near side and overthrows White. First turnover of the second half here on Trinity Valley. They've got 8 in the contest now.
Yeah, that's just one of those unforced turnovers. You hate to see him as a coach. Just didn't catch the ball, and the ball slipped out of bounds. And you gotta eliminate those if you're going to try to get back in this game.
Clinsonet up top to Holloway. Pump fake back out to Clinsonet. Way back for a three-point shot. Had the distance, but couldn't get that shot to fall. Ball is going to be tipped back out, and it'll stay here with Jefferson. So they'll get a second chance opportunity. Ball is passed left side to Holloway. Holloway will zing it edge of the lane to Wiggins. Wiggins now to Dunn. Nice move, cut into the lane there. Couldn't get the runner. Ball is tipped out to Wiggins, though. Wiggins fires up a long jumper, will not go. And White able to rip that one out for Trinity Valley. Here come the Lady Cardinals now over to the right side. A little banging there between White and Cleanasay. The ball is out to Lee. Lee drives left, now spins back to the center and got a little bit too fancy. Another turnover here on Trinity Valley. That is their 9th of the contest.
I'm not exactly sure what she was going to do there. She drove right at her post player, who had her numbers shown on the block, and there wasn't anywhere for her to go. She ended up trying to reverse spin and ended up walking with the ball, but she just delivered the ball to the post player. She might have been able to slip off that and get a give and go.
Well, here's a nice pass into Dunn. Will turn to the center of the floor here, fights in there, lays it in for her first 2 points, and a quick whistle here underneath. It'll be a timeout, and a full timeout taken by Trinity Valley. 16-12 to play, 48-34. Jefferson leads Trinity. Full timeout. This is the NJCAA Women's National Championship. 14-point lead here for Jefferson. Still a lot of time left, though, as they're up on Trinity Valley, 48-34. 16-12 on the clock here. Second round matchup here in the NJCAA National Tournament. Kenny Titus and Jason Hooper happy to be coming to you tonight. It'll be Valley with the inbounds play. Kick ball here off the foot of Goodwin. It was a feed headed for the inside, probably headed in there for Brown. We'll take it over the sideline and reset here. Inbounds play comes in. Wrighton has the basketball. First time we've seen her on the floor in this contest. Feed will go into Brown, trying to work around Dunn. Kicks it out on the baseline. Near side, kind of backing in is White. And that was a tough shot. It kind of got turned around in there, but still able to drop that one in. Here's Goodwin now, left side over to Holloway. Holloway to the free throw line. This is going to be Dunn. Dunn fakes a couple passes, almost pivots into a circle before she finally turns around and shoots. And the rebound brought down here by White. 48-36 Jefferson. Top of the key here is White, almost popped up for a quick three. Now the double team ball is going to be stripped, stolen away, and now a foul here the other way. As we get in a little bit of a hurry here, this will be White trying to make up for the turnover there, picking up her second, and that'll be the team's third.
Little frustration foul. She just wasn't very strong with the basketball. She got double teamed. They took it from her, and she just reached out and grabbed somebody in order to, obviously she didn't want to give up the layup, so it wasn't an awful foul, but definitely a frustration foul.
Goodwin near side here to Holloway. Holloway almost has it stripped by Dukes, but now Holloway drives. Dukes kind of backpedaling there, and that'll be her third personal foul, fourth on the team. And we'll have two free throws coming up to the line here for Holloway. It'll be her first trip to the charity stripe in this contest. Well, Holloway's a 71% free throw shooter. Shoots and misses. Still a 12-point lead, 15-11. White will come out of the game now. Checking in, Michelle Thomas, a 5'4" freshman. A couple of small guards out there in Lee at 5'7" and Thomas at 5'4". Second free throw up, rattles around and will roll off. It'll be Gloria Brown with the rebound. Brown and McMillan both in there. Neither have had a huge impact in this game offensively, especially here in the second half.
First time you see Jefferson going with a little bit smaller lineup. They took Wiggins out and put Portia Porter in for her, so they've really got one true post on the floor right now. We'll see if Trinity Valley can take advantage of that.
And Brown will drive, catches it high post right down the edge of the lane, and that might just be what she needed to get things going here. Brown now has 10 points in this contest.
And a nice block there. Just couldn't come up with the loose ball after the block.
Now Jefferson, the officials calling a timeout. Jefferson has the basketball. Officials saying it was their timeout. And I'm not exactly sure what the problem was. I think maybe you're working on the clock on the inbounds play.
I think maybe the shot clock didn't start when they got possession, because it's only at 28 now. They had the ball for more than 2 seconds in that possession, obviously. I think maybe they reset it when the shot got blocked by Brown and the ball never hit the rim, so they're having to reset down to 12.
You know, that'll change things a little bit here for Jefferson College. Clean Sine will toss in here, brings it up top to Porter. She's back in after banging her head on the floor. Whoa, what speed, into the lane, slams into Brown. Brown falls over, missed the shot, but Dunn there for the scraps to put it back in. She's quietly amassed 14 points, and boy, Porter just with so much momentum there. McMillan will try a three on the other side, missed that shot left of the key. Here is Goodwin with the rebound. 50-38. Klinasay steps into a three. That one is short. Rebound tipped. It'll stay with Jefferson underneath Holloway. Shoots it over the basket. Brown had the ball, and it's batted out of her hands, out of bounds, but it'll go to Jefferson as Porter able to bat that off of Brown.
Yeah, and they're still getting beat on the offensive boards, you know. Jefferson's taking some shots and they're missing them, which is exactly what Trinity needs, but they need to come up with that rebound and get down to the other end and try and get some points themselves. They're giving them 2 or 3 shots per possession. That's just not going to get it done.
Inbound will come right into Dunn. Takes a step to the center, turns, shoots and scores. Good soft looking touch on that shot. Lee now down, behind the back pass to McMillan. Three is up and good. Nice tall arch on that one. Found the range. It's her first points of the second half. And it's an 11-point lead for Jefferson, 52-41.
They need something like that to spark them. They need a big play. They need to put 2 or 3 of them back to back, make a little mini run at them, get this thing back to within striking distance, and then see what happens in the last 10 minutes of the game.
Porter looking for some room, will feed the basketball inside. This will be Wiggins going strong to the basket. A lot of contact there. She's on the floor. Dukes is on the floor. And the foul here underneath will be assessed against McMillan. It'll be her third, team's fifth. And it'll put Wiggins at the free throw line here for 2 shots, where she's 1 of 2 here tonight.
Boy, Wiggins really, really likes to turn to her right hand and shoot that little baby hook. You know, I'd be interested to see if Trinity starts sitting on that hand and make her go the other direction, because she really hasn't gone the other direction all night long. She keeps taking her down just a little bit and then steps right back to the middle with the right hand. She's really, really good at it. So it'll be interesting to see if that's something that they'll make an adjustment on to try to force her out of her comfort zone down the stretch here.
Now that first free throw was good for Shaconda Wiggins, coming out of Chicago, Illinois. Very widespread team here for Jefferson College. Number of area states: Michigan, Illinois, Georgia, Latvia, Illinois. A few players from Missouri as well. St. Louis and Grandview come up on the roster as well. Second free throw was good as well for Wiggins. She's 3 of 4 at the line, and a 13-point lead here for Jefferson. Working in the front court, Trinity Valley. Some defensive pressure from Porter, but the ball remains in the hands of the Cardinals. Here's Gloria Band, will drive baseline shot, blocked by Dunn. Brown trying to recover it, cannot do so. Wiggins clears that one out. Here's a push down the floor here. Near side to Ashley Brown, to Porter, now inside to Dunn. To her left, hook shot off the back of the rim, soft touch. Shot will drop in, and Brown's got 6 points.
And they're almost opposite players. Dunn loves to scoop to the left, and Wiggins loves to scoop to the right. And so they're a good 1-2 duo for sure, and they've really played well tonight together.
Now up at the top of the key is Lee. Right side, gets the basketball too wide, and the travel called. That'll be number 11 here on Trinity Valley. So things still not quite clicking. 12:35 and counting here. Up across the top of the key will be Porter. Porter gets a pick, bounces to the left side now, right to the basket. Saw Lane, good move. A little too much there on the shot, it rolls off. Trinity Valley back the other way. Here Lee trying to push the tempo off the glass. She'll miss high. It's a lot of contact there on the rebound. It comes down to Ashley Brown. Ball's loose though. Lee will have it, puts up the short jumper. It won't fall, and it'll be Brown coming away with the rebound once again here for Jefferson. Well, walking the ball up the floor here and taking her time is going to be Goodwin. To the left, passes it inside and tipped and stolen away. Gloria Brown has it, trying to run here, but couldn't quite get out front, slow things down and waits for a little bit of guard help. Up at the top here, backing things up. This is going to be a 3, and the shot missed there by Lee. Porter will lead the charge the other way. Now will pull up for the right elbow jumper. Shot is up. It is good. That's her first points of the second half. And a full timeout taken here by Trinity Valley. We'll take one as well. 58-41. Jefferson leads by 17, 11.5 minutes to play. This is the 2010 NJCAA National Tournament. And we're back here at the Bicentennial Center. Trinity Valley having the inbounds against some tough backcourt pressure, and a travel called here as Lee got in a little bit of a pickle. And boy, that was some tough pressure there from Jefferson College. Coming out of the timeout, that's a nice adjustment for Coach Kevin Emmerich there. Caught Trinity off guard a little bit.
It did catch him off guard. You just watch the body language of the two teams, and it tells the story. Trinity Valley just looks frustrated. Jefferson County's got that, or Jefferson County, I called them that again. Jefferson College has that hop in their step. It's just kind of the way the whole game's gone tonight.
Well, attacking on the right side here now. This will be Jefferson College. Ashley Brown going up to the basket. Missed the shot. She will be pushed. And it'll be Brown stepping up to the line here. Foul will go on Green. It'll be her first, team 6th. Brown at the line here has 6 points so far here tonight. 4 points, and you can make it 5 with that free throw make. 66.4% from the line. Here's Brown coming out of the game. Gloria's a 6'2" sophomore. We'll get a little bit of a breather there. A few words there with Coach Lovato. Checking in is McMillan. Second free throw from Brown, Ashley Brown, is good. And the lead now stretched out to 19, 60-41. Trinity Valley shot a little bit better here in the second half. They're up to 31%, but hasn't been one big run. It felt like this game has just kind of slowly been getting a little worse and worse here for Trinity. It hasn't been anything that's really jumped out at you, but here they are all of a sudden down by 19 as you look up.
Yeah, they haven't been able to make any runs at them. They haven't been able to put several baskets back to back to back with stops in between. And in order to get back into this game, that's obviously going to happen here within the next minute or 10:50. But they're just going to have to change their demeanor and their body language. Something good needs to happen to spark them, and right now they're just struggling.
Porter will try firing up a three here on the near side for Jefferson. That shot is no good. Lee has it now in the front court. Will look to set things up here for Trinity Valley. Has a screen up front. Porter right there in her face. McMillan now hands it off to Lee. Lee will decide to attack the basket. Nice dish in the post. And waiting right there to put that in was done.
And she probably could have shot the layup herself. Nobody really stepped over to help and decided to dish it off to the backside, which ended up getting her an easy two as well. But finally somebody being aggressive to the rim and getting all the way there and finishing.
Leisha Dunn now, her first points of the contest. Up top is Goodwin. Fires up a three that hangs on the back edge of the rim and will bounce off of there. Now the ball being brought down here by Lee. Lee's across half court into the paint. There's a lot of contact. Puts it up and in off the glass. Nice move by Lee. She's got up to 9 points here now. And lead trimmed back down to 13, 60-47. So 6-0 run here by Trinity Valley.
This is the first time I can remember them putting several baskets back to back and getting some stops in between, so they can continue to carry this momentum. There goes Wiggins right back to her right hand again, turning middle. Man, she's pretty good.
Lowered that shoulder and just kind of zipped around the defender there. And a whistle here in the backcourt. Trinity Valley will lose that basketball. That's a tough turnover there. Turnovers haven't necessarily been a huge problem here. You look at the numbers for Trinity Valley, and I've got them at 15 now, which is a little bit higher than you like, but always seem to come at a bad time for the Cardinals in this game. Lob will come in left front court to Ashley Brown. Now to Porter. Here's the lob into Wiggins, catches it, goes to the right. That time Brown got a piece of it, and the loose ball comes down to the Cardinals. Pushing it up here will be Lee. Lee now had Brown on the fast break, but led her just a little bit too much. 16th turnover in the game.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication. It actually wasn't a poor pass. Brown just kind of pulled up on her a little bit and stopped running, and Lee threw it to where she thought she was going to be, and obviously the two didn't mesh.
Under 10 to play now. Matter of fact, just about to hit the 9-minute mark. 15-point lead for Jefferson over Trinity. Here's Porter moving to the right side. Double team, just able to get rid of that basketball to Wiggins. Dribbles out now, will go right back at the basket. And a reach and foul there. Ball just about came loose, but they will get the reach. Two officials on top of that. This one will go against White. It'll be her third. And I mark that as her 7th team foul for Trinity now. So this will be a one-on-one trip to the free throw line here, I believe. It'll be Wiggins stepping up here. 3 of 4 at the line here tonight. 61% free throw shooter on the season. And taking her time here, kind of getting a deep breath before the official will feed her the basketball. And she's ready. Fires up the free throw. Got it. So Wiggins learned the bonus shot. Chicago native up to 14 points here tonight. Leading scorer in this contest, Leisha Dunn, checking in with 17 points tonight. One more attempt coming here for Wiggins. This free throw is up and hits the front of the rim, rolls off. Gloria Brown will have it, gets it over to Lee. Assuming that'll be Thomas. Thomas now, cross half court. Passes it right side to White. White jumps up in the lane, puts up the shot. That one is no good. Sails over the rim, and Goodwin will have the rebound. Goodwin now near side to Porter. Porter to the free throw line. It'll be touched by Wiggins right underneath. That will be a lean in and a good shot by Ashley Brown. And Brown now has 8 points here tonight. Working it up will be Lee. Sneaks across half court. Oh, got a little bit of room there. Left the layup a little bit short, though, on that seam to the basket. Rebound will go to Jefferson. Out front to Goodwin. Layup up and good. Nice speed from Goodwin. And now another timeout called here by Trinity Valley. We'll take this one as well. 8:10 to play. 20-point lead for Jefferson. This is the NJCAA National Tournament.
Isn't it time you discover your future with a high-quality, personalized education from Jefferson College? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Jefferson College offers over 30 of the most respected university transfer and technical career programs in the area, taught by instructors who have real-world experience in their field. Jefferson College is among the most affordable community colleges in the state, saving you thousands of dollars in tuition compared to other universities in the region. Regardless of your goals, Jefferson College's mission is to help you succeed. It's easy to see why people choose Jefferson College as their #1 choice for higher education. To learn more about the opportunities waiting for you at Jefferson College, call 636-797-3000 or visit Jefferson College online at jeffco.edu and discover your future today.
3, or are they actually up?
And welcome back to the Bicentennial Center here. Kenny Titus and Jason Hooper with you here. 67-47. Jefferson College leading Trinity Valley Community College. 8:10 to play in this contest. And now Trinity, they pulled to within 11 a few minutes ago, but Jefferson has kind of pushed this lead right back out on them. Trinity will work up against the full court pressure. Boy, Jefferson not in any mind to let this thing slip away here. They're going to play all the way to the finish, as I guess you do here at this stage in the national tournament. Here's a 3 left side for Trinity Valley. Lee will miss it. There's a rebound. Finally an offensive putback chance here. Leisha Dunn in there to put this one back. Misses the shot. She will get a pair of free throws. 4th team foul now will be called on Jefferson. It goes on Bitsone, her first. Here's Dunn at the line. Free throw is up and good, so she'll get one more. And you know, it's kind of an amazing coincidence. We didn't really talk about it here, but each team has a 32. Here for Trinity Valley, it's Leisha Dunn.
I was just looking at the same
and
thing.
And then for Jefferson College, it's Leisha Dunn. I looked down and I saw the wrong name on my score sheet as the second free throw goes in. I thought, I wonder if I've done that wrong the whole game.
When you said Dunn, I was looking at the same. I was like, has he been getting that right or wrong? And I just looked across, and I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you brought it up because I was thinking the exact same thing.
I'm only 1 point off from the stat monitor, so one of us has had trouble with it.
At least
here
you
tonight.
haven't had the wrong stat sheet given to you, and it sounded like you didn't know what you were talking about.
That comes with the territory, Coach. Comes with the territory here. We got a whistle here underneath on a loose ball. And a tie-up is called for. Possession arrow will give that to Trinity Valley. So here they come in. A 2-2-1 press, but it's packed in very, very tight. Everybody on the far side of half court there, or in the back court, I should say. Here's a nice feed underneath. It gets to Dukes, but as she goes up for the shot, has it stripped. Here's Holloway pushing the tempo now. Will slow up in the front court. Gets the basketball back out to Porter. Porter will slow it down and walk into the center circle here. Dukes is defending her. Porter wants to attack to the right side. Now shows the move to the left. Finally will center things up here. Pass near side to Goodwin. Goodwin rolls off of a screen. Nice lob, little give and go there, but the shot by Brown is blocked. Right there for the rebound and the putback though. Bitsone. First bucket for her, 69-49. Up across half court now will be Thomas. Thomas driving ball stripped, but we've got a whistle. When we get a reach-in foul here, we will. And this one will go on Goodwin. It'll be her 3rd and the team's 5th. Here's Brown back in the game. Has put 10 points together. 2 free throws and 1 field goal, though, all that she has here in the second half of action. This was a 10-point game at the half. Jefferson led Trinity Valley 40-30. In the wing now, Dukes will go inside to Brown. Whistle and a foul. This will go on Holloway. It'll be her 2nd. And now will be the 6th team foul on Jefferson. Still on the floor here, though, so Trinity Valley left side of the bucket. We'll have a baseline inbounds pass. It'll be Lee to throw it in. Lobs into the front court. Gets it to McMillan. Fires up a contested 3. That one short. Brown had the rebound. Couldn't bring it down, though it's tipped. And out front here is Goodwin. Goodwin a lob. Come near side. Feed will go to Brown. Brown leans in, gets some contact. No whistle. Shot sails over the basket. And Trinity Valley will have it back. Lee now will set up at the top of the key. Flips the ball right side here to McMillan. McMillan now up top to Thomas. Thomas now will lob it inside. McMillan battling around through an elbow, and shot was blocked there, and the jump ball was called for. So got a clean block on the way up, and McMillan has had a tough time of it. Her and Brown both have really had a tough time of it here on the inside tonight.
Yeah, they have. You know, Jefferson's just got so many tall, long girls in there, and it's just made it tough for them to score on the block, and you know, at the other end, Jefferson's kind of had their way in the post, and so that's kind of been the difference in the game.
We approach the 6-minute mark here as Porter is up across half court. Oh, out front and takes that one straight to the hoop. Boy, she is just like a flash of lightning when she wants to be. Just kind of slipped right in between two defenders before they could close the gap on her.
She got from half court to the basket in a hurry.
Right wing jumper up and no good. It's a miss there by Michelle White. Rebound knocked out of bounds here. As a sub will come in for Trinity Valley. Brown will come up for a breather. Leisha Dunn will check back in. Ball stays with Trinity Valley though. Lee will have the honors here, right side of the basket. Gets it in right side. That's going to be Dunn. Dunn up top to McMillan. Got a little space. Puts up the three right on the money. She's got 15 points, all from three-point range. She is 5 of 12 shooting from beyond the arc. She's done about all you can ask for her from a perimeter shooter. That's a good percentage, but hasn't got enough help in other phases. Now a foul here in the backcourt. This will be the 8th team foul called on Trinity Valley. As we'll walk the other way, shoot the one-on-one. Stepping up here to shoot will be Goodwin. 5 points for her. Quite nice scoring. You wouldn't know much looking at the box score, but she's done a good job pushing this team up the floor in transition throughout the night.
She has. Defensively, she's been really good too. She's just pretty athletic and has been forcing the tempo on both ends, offensively and defensively, and just been, one of their quiet soldiers tonight.
Rebound miss. Brown gets it fouled on her way back up. So it'll put Brown at the line here, and she will earn 2 free throw attempts for this. Foul goes on McMillan. That now her 4th, team's 9th. Leans into the first free throw and drops it. Brown 3 for 3 at the line here tonight. 5:41 to play. One more free throw coming here for Brown. This one is away and comes up a little bit short. It'll be Gloria Brown. So we got 2 Dunns and 2 Browns here on these rosters. Both teams red and white, their colors, of course. Now a foul here on the drive. This will send Jefferson to the line. Whistle will go on Ashley Brown, her 4th, team 7th. 5:33 to play in this contest. Stepping up to the free throw stripe is Dukes. And we've got a timeout here. This one a full timeout by Jefferson, so we'll take it. 5:33 to play. 20-point lead, Jefferson over Trinity. This is the NJCAA National Tournament. 20-point advantage here for Jefferson College, as at the moment they are on track to advance here in this tournament. They lead Trinity Valley Community College 72-52. NJCAA Women's National Tournament here in Salina, Kansas. I'm Kenny Titus, Jason Hooper alongside me here this evening. Trinity Valley shooting a free throw attempt. Front end of the one-on-one is missed, tipped out of bounds. The miss there, by the way, will be chalked up to Duke, her first free throw attempt and first miss of the evening. Basketball goes back to Jefferson after being knocked out of bounds. Here's the inbounds against the full court press. It's brought in by Dunn. Dunn will work the ball back to Porter. And Porter will walk it up the floor here for Jefferson College. The Vikings move right now to the left. Porter trying to find a little bit of space with that speed, but will back up towards half court here. Drives left side in the paint, hangs, puts up the shot, misses that one, but she will be fouled. And we'll see Gloria Brown picking up her 2nd. That's the team's 10th, so double bonus for Jefferson the rest of the way, as Porter will step up to the line here. She is 3 of 4 at the charity stripe. First free throw is good. 4 of 5. 73-52. Now that's the biggest margin of lead here for Jefferson College in this contest. Second free throw, good as well. 5 of 6. Big first half, had 15 points. Has put in just 6 points here in the second half, but Jefferson's worked with a pretty comfortable margin for most of this half. Now Trinity Valley will work up on the press. Right side is Dukes. Dukes steps up to the three-point line, steps back, now steps forward. Oh, ball is loose, rolling on the floor over there. Scramble for it, Dukes gets it, and now up top, little miscommunication there, and that's a travel. What happened was, it was Green getting into a little confusion there with a Lee. They can't find the basketball. It tips out of their hands. It's ended up being picked up by the Vikings, and the Vikings player ends up falling over with the basketball and gets the travel called. So after all that, teams essentially trade turnovers, and Trinity Valley will have it back.
It wasn't exactly pretty basketball for about 10 seconds there. Ends up with Trinity Valley getting the ball on the sideline.
Here's Lee now driving around 2 defenders. Layup off the glass is up and good. Tawana Lee, hey, nice move. 74-54, 4.5 minutes to play. Lee will work one-on-one here against Porter. She's been a difference maker in this game for the #1 team. Jefferson, of course, the #1 seed. Trinity Valley coming in as an H seed. They'll move into the consolation bracket after this contest. Shot by Porter is no good. Rebound being tipped around in there, goes out of bounds. And it'll be out of bounds here to Trinity Valley. Lee will try and push the tempo here. Slows down at the half-court line, waits for the crowd to back off. Now to McMillan. McMillan dribble to the right side. Bounce pass right, back up here to Dukes. Dukes will try her luck, going into the lane. Hangs, shot is off target, and rebound on the far side will be brought down there by Dunn. Dunn drops the ball back to Porter and walks it up across half court here. 3:50 to play here. Porter has the signal. Right side. We'll get the screen now. We'll bounce it to the high post. That will go into Wiggins. Wiggins wants to zing it over to Dunn. Pass a little hot for her, and we'll go out of bounds on the far sideline. Clock rolls down to 3:41 now. Still a 20-point basketball game. And you look here at the bracket. A loss here puts you in line to fight for that 5th or 6th place game. As Lee drives, misses the shot off the rim. Had a good angle there, but couldn't finish it off. Winner will get the winner of Casper and Central Arizona. Loser the same. Now a quick hold here in the front court called on Trinity Valley. This one will go on Lee. Got that as her 3rd. We're in the double bonus, so it puts Porter at the free throw line. She's been very good there, 5 of 6, and we'll have 2 more free throws coming up. Now Porter here will step up. Trying to extend this lead to 22. Halfway there, 6 of 8. You've had a chance to see some of the teams here as we kind of look at the brackets. Obviously, Jefferson, the #1 seed, very good as far as talent-wise. Central Arizona, a good team. Gulf Coast, a good team. How do you think this Jefferson team stacks up to some of the other teams here in this tournament from what you've seen so far?
Well, I think they obviously have all the pieces of the puzzle. They have the inside play, they have the guard play, they can pressure you defensively. They've hit some three-pointers tonight. I think Wiggins and Porter are probably their 2 main guns. If they have good games, they're going to be tough to beat. They just have all the little role players to go along with them that do their jobs right. And so, if they play well, I see them being, obviously one of the favorites.
Trinity Valley feeds into the post here. A little bit of trouble for Wright and takes it out on the wing, though. Now back inside. Good feed to Leisha Dunn. Turns, one-handed shot up and good. 76-56, 2:50 to play. Porter now will work the basketball to the floor here, being defended by Michelle Thomas. Freshman on sophomore here as Porter will move to the left. Ball up top and a quick feed underneath to Wiggins. Leans back and drops that one in. Shaquanda Wiggins now 16 points in the contest, 78-56. Biggest lead of the game at 22 now. Right side, a little bit of room for Wrighton, goes straight to the basket. A little double pump fake there, couldn't finish it off, and the rebound brought in here by Goodwin. 30-second timeout called for here by the Vikings. We'll go ahead and keep this one right here with 2:15 left to play. 78-56, Jefferson with a 22-point lead here, so you can pencil them in on your brackets if you're keeping track at home. The winner of Casper, Wyoming, and Central Arizona. If you're joining us online for our audio feed or our TV feed, get to that link from visitsalina.org. They'll help you out with all of those links there to listen over the internet or watch over the internet. And it'll be a Casper and Central Arizona. Should be a good contest. Casper defeated Copia Lincoln 66-56. Central Arizona thumped from Lincoln Trail 83-61. Want to thank our sponsors down in Athens, Texas on KYYK, Trinity Valley Community College, Southside Bank, Curves for Women, Whataburger, and Tony Calabi of Edward Jones of Athens. Here we go, front court for Jefferson. The Vikings keep it back out here to Holloway. Holloway will dribble right side, gets it to Cleansone. Three-pointer from Clinsone is no good, but a long rebound. Oh, nobody from Trinity just picked it up. They just let it roll, and Jefferson will end up with it.
That's kind of the way it's been all night. They just been getting out hustled to all the boards. 50-50 balls. There's another one right there where they just come up with it. Balls on the floor. They're just getting outplayed right now.
That was an athletic scoop shot there by Goodwin. It's too a shame it didn't go in, but another chance coming here for Jefferson. Goodwin now over on the left side. Shot clock down to just 15. Cleanasay driving, falls over, actually loses the basketball. Out front here, jumper from White off the backboard. It's no good long here to our left. Rebound will go out of bounds, and it'll go back to Jefferson with 1:20 to play. White now will toss in, and now Jefferson will stay battling this full court pressure from Trinity. Cleanasay now left side, doesn't like what she sees in the wing, dribbles it back out across the top of the key. Near side pass goes to White, and look at that whoopsie-daisy look there as the ball just slipped right through her hands and rolls into the Jefferson bench. Another turnover, it'll go right back to Trinity with 1:09 to play.
Yeah, this is White's first action of the evening, and I'm not sure how much she's got to play this tournament, but obviously disappointed with herself for letting that one slip through her hands and go out of bounds.
Right side now with the basketball, Thomas. Thomas will bring the ball up top here over to the left side. Almost a reach-in foul there, but it's out near side. Three-pointer is no good for Valley. Rebound and a put back up. Long two-point jumper is a little bit long there from Wrighton. And now a whistle. Actually, that's right. And the last shot, by the way, was Alicia Dunn. Excuse me on that. Ball goes out of bounds on the rebound here. And we'll stay with Trinity Valley with 48 seconds left to play.
I got to give Alicia Dunn some credit. She's really done a nice job on the boards tonight. She's gotten several loose balls. She's really, in my opinion, one of the only ones fighting right now to try to get boards.
White with the right elbow jumper is good. I think as far as inside present goes for Trinity Valley, probably the best they've had here tonight.
Yep.
Left side with the basketball will be Goree here. Goree brings it up. 32 on the game clock, 19 on the shot clock. Near side, Cleanasay will go left. Bidsone thought about the three, instead drives, has her shot attempt blocked by Dunn. Alicia Dunn, a 6'4" freshman. She'll be a nice player on this Cardinal team come a year from now. Cleanasay will inbounds, right side of the basket, gets it into Bidsone. Back to Cleanasay. Got a screen, decides not to take the three. 5 on the shot. Cleanasay is going to have to do something. Will drive baseline. Runner off the glass is no good. Bidsone has the rebound. Puts up a shot underneath the basket. And a shot clock violation there. Had a couple shots at the basket, but they both kind of went over the rim.
Dunn came across and caused problems on both of them. She actually blocked the first one and then just distracted her on the second one, made her throw up some crazy shot that didn't touch the rim and then resulted in a shot clock violation. So Dunn continuing to get after it here.
And Trinity Valley walks it up here. White fires up a three from the corner. That one will go in, so that'll maybe make it feel a little bit better as they cut the final deficit down to 17. One inbound for the Vikings, and that will do it. Jefferson gets the win over Trinity Valley, 78-61 over Trinity Valley. Jefferson advances. Trinity Valley falls into the consolation bracket.